What's going on, YouTube? This is boy Frank Nitty, man. I'm back at it again. Hitting you with another dose of reality, man. Another live. I'm probably not gonna be on here for too long, but I'm gonna hit you with this sad story, man. It's a sad, tragic story, man, of a couple, that leave their kids in a house, abandoned all by themselves, with just them and their siblings, man. It's a sad incident, man. Sad case of reality. And I'm finding more and more of these cases, pop up prevalently throughout the news, and from what I'm seeing, it's just a sad situation, man. It seems like, the more years go by, and the more time goes by, the more degeneracy and more BS that's going on in the world, and it's accepted. You know what I'm saying? So let me play this clip and stuff from this family. So it's a lady. She had 6 kids, right? I don't know where the other 2 was, but she had 6 kids. One of the fathers of the kids just died, and I don't know where the other fathers or whatever were, right? But she gets with this white dude. You know what I'm saying? This bottom shelf Brad over here. And then basically, you know what I'm saying? There was multiple counts of abuse. For example, one of the other boys was abused or whatever, and beat up so bad to the point where he got his jaw broken. And then the other boy, I guess the 15-year-old was talking about abuse as well. The 15-year-old was Finn, and I don't know what happened. I don't know. It's not that much details that I've heard, but there was a deceased brother or deceased sibling in the house, and he was actually to the point where it was so bad, and he's been there so long to where he was decomposing. It's just hearing about this stuff, man, in the sight just makes you want to throw up. It really does. So let me get to this, man. Let me get to this video real quick, man. So for a second, man. Let me hold up.
Those emotions, they were put on hold by time, but at Claire's bridal weekend at a Verbo beach house, those emotions also made the trip. Your Together awaits. Find it with
502 now to an investigation into a horrific discovery in West Harris County. 3 children were found abandoned, along with the skeletal remains of a 9-year-old. Just a horrible story. Investigators say one of the children told deputies those remains were his brother's.
He said that boy died a year ago. Our Michelle Choi joins us live from that scene. Michelle, good morning to you. This is a very tough story you're covering this morning. What have you found out?
Yes, Steph and Lauren. Well, the sheriff's office says the children's mother and her boyfriend have since been found. At last check, were being interviewed by homicide investigators. As you mentioned, this story is both disturbing and heartbreaking. Deputies say the oldest of the 3 children found abandoned was the one who called 911. The 15-year-old claiming he and his siblings for the past year have been living with the remains of his younger brother in a room next to his. The gruesome discovery made here at the City Park 2 apartments behind me on Greencrest Drive. Take a look at some scene video when deputies responded to that 911 call. Inside, they found a 3rd-floor apartment, a 7, 10, and 15-year-old alone, as well as the skeletal remains of a small child. Deputies say the 7 and 10-year-old children appeared malnourished and show signs of physical injury. All 3 children were taken to a hospital to be treated. They say the 15-year-old told deputies his parents hadn't been living in the apartment with them for several months. The situation shocking neighbors and even leaving the sheriff stunned.
I've seen a lot. I've responded to a lot of different scenes. So have these men, and we can never think of these type of circumstances coming together in this way.
No word yet on any charges. As for how exactly the little boy died, that'll be determined by the medical examiner's office. We're also waiting to find out why all of this is just now coming to light when the children were abandoned months ago. Steph.
All 3 in safe care now. Michelle Choi will wait for more details on that and speak to you in just a few minutes.
Now,
those emotions.
excuse me, sorry about that. Safe care. What is safe care? You know, in the Child Protective Services, where there's reports of possible reports of child trafficking. I don't know. You know, how come none of the why, I don't understand why none of the relatives and none of the family members stepped up to take care of these babies in this situation. It seems kind of weird. Yeah, that's kind of a strange situation. You know, nobody stepped up to. I don't understand why nobody stepped to the plate for the kids. You know, no relatives, anything. What's going on, y'all? Robin Cooper, daughter of Yeshua. What's going on? What's going on? I mean, I guess maybe, you know, I got to look more into the article, but I think, you know what, the grandma, you know, I heard, right, I heard the grandma, excuse me, the grandma was trying to step up and get the kids. That's right. It was her mom, you know. And a lot of times too, good evening, Robin Cooper, what's up? See, a lot of the sister and the mother tried, but she would always evade the family. Okay. You know, and that's a sad thing. You know, that's another thing I got to talk about. You know, I'm just women, period, black women, you know, whoever, so-called black. We got to really come, you know, and to the realization that sometimes, you know what I mean, and most of the time, excuse me, all the time, kids need to be with both parents. And if you can't work that out, or you decide to sleep with somebody or whatever, to have kids with the wrong, you know, the wrong man, you pick the wrong man or something, that's on you. That's your fault. Basically, you know, you got to take accountability for that, and you got to, you know, you just got to take the L on that. You see what I'm saying? So the moral of that story is, you know, you really have to do that, you know, and make better decisions, man. You know, and the accountability does have to be real. You see what I'm saying? What up, Pioneer? You know, the accountability really has to be, you know, you really got to be on it, man. And it's a sad situation. You know, because the kids suffer the most. You see what I'm saying? And, you know, like I said, ladies, if you know, are not in a good place in your life mentally or whatever the case is, financially or something like that, or just feel like, you know, you wouldn't be a good pick, you have to go on and just, you know, do the right responsible adult thing and, you know, give your kids up to somebody, man. You know, it's just that simple. You know, you got to give up the kids to somebody, and you know, and for your kids' sake too, because, you know, it'll be better in their best interest, man. At the end of the day, man, don't think about yourself, think about the kids. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, man. You know, I mean, you know, it is what it is. You know, it is disgusting, man. And you know, and then the fact that, you know, that you let a body decompose, and I mean, she couldn't even be a decent human being and bury the baby. You see what I'm saying? Or bury the son, or, you know, like a normal, even, you know, certain animals know how to bury their young. You know, we just to the point where it's just full out savagery. And like they would say the words demon time, they're on demon time. They say that phrase. You know, it is starting to be to the point where I can see why people say that, because they, you know, there are some demons and there are some wicked women and mothers out there, and just parents, period, that don't care about the kids. And my question is, where was the dad in any of these instances? I mean, I know one of them died. One of the boys' dads died, but where was the dad at? I mean, the parents at in any other case. You see what I'm saying? And you know, in that situation, where was the, you know what I mean? And we don't, you know, a lot of times, man, you know, we don't talk about that. You know, the questions aren't asked. You know, and you know, the reporter says at the end that the kids are in a bed, you know, they're going to be in safer custody. He says who? You know, since at any time, you know, are black kids or kids, period, in good custody when they're in custody in the system? Name me one good time. You see what I'm saying? And see that the media, you know, is going to portray something different. The media is going to portray the government and excuse me, any local city entities and stuff like that. You know, CPS and stuff like that as being the right, good, and right. You see what I'm saying? And Pioneer said, man, something was wrong with that woman. Anyway, you could look at her and tell exactly. Yeah, exactly. Where was the and the father's at? One of them was dead. Pioneer, man, they couldn't stay with that fool. And exactly, and then, you know, she let the white dude, you know, she let the white bottom shelf Brad, you know. And it's funny how, you know, you know, it would be black women with these men, and it's not, they'll have the same exact problems, and they'll be portraying the same kind of reckless behavior as black men, and then black women will not call that out. You see what I'm saying? I'm tired of that. I'm tired of the white man's ice is colder. We got to just, you see what I'm saying? Whatever you pick, I guess if you decide to be with a white dude, that's your prerogative, whatever, but pick, you see what I'm saying, somebody that's in your best interest. You see what I'm saying? Regardless of how they look, you know what I'm saying? They got to be on some, you see what I'm saying, on some responsible tip. They got to be, a good breadwinner, man, and a role model and responsible person for the child. Women, don't pick men for you, pick women for your, don't just pick women for you, pick women for your kids too. Pick men for your kids too. You see what I'm saying? Don't just pick men for you, pick men for your kids, ladies. You see what I'm saying? And the society is pushing it's an anti-masculine male agenda. So they're basically trying to tell y'all ladies not to be with us men, and we're we're broke, and we're this, and we're gay, and all types of stuff that they try to project on us black men. But don't feed into the stereotype, man. It's just simply not true. Y'all have black relatives, cousins and uncles and stuff like that, man. And it doesn't all go for all us black people. You see what I'm saying? But that's what they're trying to project, like the broke black man and or the dysfunctional black man. They've been doing that for years, ever since the 90s with Ricky Lake and Oprah Winfrey and all them. They've been pushing that same agenda. You see what I'm saying? And Robin Cooper, all the kids have different fathers, and she lost contact. Well, see, and then you see, that's the thing. I'm not trying to just go in on black women, but like I said, responsibility and picking a better mate. You see what I'm saying? Being responsible, picking a better mate, that's your fault. That's on you. You see what I'm saying? Don't feed into the the narrative to where you could be free and sexually liberated with your body. That's for them leftist crazy liberals. A lot of them small hats pushing that agenda, and they only push it on us, and they don't push it on their people. You see what I'm saying? And that's the thing we need to stop. We need to just go on and we need to get what we could get, man. From but at the same time, that's on it's just a social thing too, man. And it's just like it really is society pushing this kind of nonsense on our women, and kind of pushing a certain image on a black men. You see what I'm saying? Pushing a certain kind of degeneracy on black men as well. But in this case, there was no black man. It was a white man. She picked this white man. She let this white man abuse her kids without a care in the world. She tried to say that she was scared. But if you were scared, ma'am, you could call the police on him and turn him in. You see what I'm saying? You didn't show being afraid at all. You just showed like you wanted to do your thing. So what had happened, they moved out. And I guess you see what I'm saying, the bills were still paid for. I guess you would supposedly send Uber Eats and stuff like that, and send food from time to time, and I guess check on the kids from time to time. So that just goes to show that she was stable enough and had a stable place to stay when she left. So she left with that white dude, I guess, to a better apartment or something. I don't know, to where they could be alone. And she just left them in the apartment to fend for their stuff while they had a decomposing little sibling in the apartment. So just imagine the trauma that those little kids had to go through, the smell, everything. You see what I'm saying? That's really crazy. And then with the pioneers said, Daria Judah said, we must admit we have mental illnesses in our community too. No, yeah, that's true. That's true. But we can't. Anytime a female does this to the kids, we can't jump on the mental illness thing. We can't do that because that's the same thing. The news and the same narrative that they have to kind of like coddle some of these black women. Man, we got to stop doing that, because you see what I'm saying? We know there's mental illness and stuff like that, but I've been hearing too many of these stories recently I'll bring some more stories too. Maybe I'm gonna have to start doing that of women killing the kids, man. I've heard like 6 in the past 2-3 months. I'm not even lying, man. Straight. I've heard of the lady that threw the 2 kids off the bridge. I heard of the lady, you know what I'm saying, that killed her kid for a memory card. You see what I mean? The other one that killed the kid because she didn't, the father got custody. She didn't want to give up the custody and give up the kids to the father. So we got to, call this out. It is. I don't call it mental illness. I call it just straight up sick and demonic. You see what I'm saying? I call it demonic, demon. You see what I'm saying? And we don't even have to have Satan or anything like that. We don't even have to add him to it. But I definitely call it demonic. You see what I'm saying? I definitely call that evil. You know, because when we do it, when the black men do it, there's nothing mental about when a black man goes crazy like that. For example, the narrative of black men killing black women, nobody thinks about mental or anything like that. Everybody just thinks, oh, crazy, and we need to do this and that about them. You know, I mean, you know, these women are just, you know, they just need to face the music, and no slaps on the wrist, and you know, the chick, no, this chick right here, didn't, you know, she didn't even get the same, what up, Doc Boss? This chick didn't even get the same, she didn't even get a certain amount of time. I mean, for example, she didn't even get charged with murder like her white counterpart got charged with the murder, but she didn't though. See, that's the thing too. The society is going to coddle these women, and these society is going to enable them to do so they could do this type of foolishness again. You see what I'm saying? And then daughter Yeshua, I mean, she said no normal woman would do that, but it's just like, I mean, yep, exactly. Yeah, you know, but I see what you're saying too, daughter Yeshua. You know, I see what you know, I'm looking at it from both angles. But that's I mean, if you pay attention though, the news always puts it to that when it's a black woman that does something, or a woman period that does something, it's always mental or crazy or something like that, or you know, she didn't take her medicine, or she had suicidal thoughts. It's never no straight swift justice. It's never no non-excuse for them. But when men do stuff, there's always never no excuses. Especially when black men do. I ain't gonna say we're black, but especially when men that look like me do stuff. But you're right, it is daughter Yeshua, she said it's demonic. And then Pioneer said, what up, Dark Balls? You know what I'm saying? And then Pioneer said, I believe spirits can influence a person to do bad things. But then too, look at the you said you know, demonic or whatever the case is, but look at this guy, the guy she's with. The guy she was with was a white guy, right? I mean, okay, we ain't gonna call race. But the guy she was with, let's call him. Why is nobody, you know, we're talking about the woman now. See, you see how the news and the media wants to, you know, we go straight to the mother. But this dude, it was a big influence on her for doing what she was doing. And plus, this dude beat her up. I mean, beat up the kids. So that's her fault. Once she's seen some kind of abuse, she should have ended that and turned dude in. There's no excuse. You know, and see, that's why I fear that she's gonna get less charges as this man, and I fear that she's not gonna get as stiff of a punishment as he is. You see what I'm saying? And that's gonna do just a disservice to us and them kids. You know, the hell with us, them kids. And you know what she was saying as excuse? She was basically she was making excuse and calling old boy too, because she was saying basically, you know, she was sad or whatever the case is. I mean, she was scared or whatever, and she didn't want to she was scared of him, and you know, she was so afraid. But if you were so afraid, you see what I'm saying, why would you stay with somebody like that? That's an excuse. You see what I'm saying? That's a big excuse, you know. And then, you know, but she was talking about her getting turned in, and she was afraid to get turned you know, going to jail, and afraid of this and that. But it sounds like a bunch of selfishness to me. You're not saying anything. See, she wasn't talking about anything about those kids in that article. She was just talking about herself going, you know, being afraid and going to jail. Me. I don't want to. And see, most people, if you selfish and you have certain kind of traits, don't have kids. Don't have kids, man. Don't have kids. You're doing the kids a disservice. You know, you're really just a piece of shit, man. You really are just a piece of shit. You're not honest to yourself or your kids. Don't have kids. It's okay. It's okay. Just don't have kids. You see what I'm saying? I don't understand why somebody like that would you know why somebody like that would want to be with somebody like that. See, I'm gonna tell you like this, because I've had situations like this too. You know what I'm saying? I get into it with a relative's dude, or a relative's female or something like that, or somebody that's messing with one of my relatives, and we get into it. My thing is this. You see what I'm saying? One of your relatives doesn't respect you. If she talks about you to, you see what I'm saying, to an outside person, or she makes it to where you and an outside person you know, get into a physical confrontation or get into a altercation, then that person has no loyalty to you. You see what I'm saying? This, you know, anytime when somebody goes and goes and takes the outsider side over yours, that is not your family, and that person has no loyalty. This lady chose this man over these kids, these innocent kids that didn't even really know nothing about life, and they're just trying to find their way. Plus, you know, so it was said that, you know what I'm saying, they was on government assistance and stuff like that too. So this woman was taking advantage of the fact that she was actually getting help from the government, which people need, and you know, a lot or some of our people need it right now to this day. Shoot, heck, a lot of these people that need that government assistance, they love it. A lot of these people that just got kicked off from the eviction moratoriums that just happened some months ago, right? So, okay, the pioneer, what you talking about? Some of these women are crazy. That's how I laugh a lot. A lot of us think that women can't be crazy, but I've met plenty so crazy you can smell the crazy on them and then walk past you. Yeah, I'm not saying that women can't be crazy, but I'm just saying that's the same narrative. That's the every time a woman does something violent or something like this, that's always the narrative they always push on them is that they're crazy. Women can do violent stuff without being crazy, dude. Just like men can do violent stuff without being crazy and shit. So we can't, you know, and just because a female does something violent doesn't mean that she is crazy. You know what I'm saying? It just could be a fucking bad person. Let's call these motherfuckers bad people. Shit. They're bad. King BJ, what's going on, man? You know what I'm saying? And then yeah, and then Robin Cooper said he was still abusing her kids, even though they moved out of the house. Yep, he broke the 15-year-old's jaw. Yep, and recently, prior to the boy calling 911, reported his dead brother. Exactly. King BJ, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? King BJ, I'm gonna be up just on here for a little while. You could like 10 more minutes. You could jump on if you want. You know what I'm saying? Talk about this topic. I don't know if you know about this. Yeah, burned down her boyfriend's house and walked up in the courtroom grinning. She was cute, and she knew it. And I could what up, Big Chris? I know, huh? Word, BJ. Yeah, if you want to tap in, BJ, man, I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I might even, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be here in that much longer, probably like maybe an hour the most or whatever. So if you want to, let me see. I didn't even send BJ a link or not. I didn't know. Let me see. Okay, we could do that. We could do that. That's fine. Yeah, this is gonna be a shorty anyway, man. Like 30 minutes the longest, maybe 40 minutes the longest. I ain't gonna do because I got damn StreamYard, man. These bastards, man. But yeah, man. Everybody saying what's up, BJ. You know what I'm saying? I gotta holler at BJ. I want to holler at what's his name. We could do something, man. Maybe go on your show, and then we come on. All three of us could go on my show, man, and do it like that, man. We could, you know, however you want to do it. But yeah, man. Or maybe I could. What's the name, man? Let me see. Hold up. Let me try to see. Hold up. I'm trying to see. Maybe Big Vic or somebody. I don't know. Even if you know what I'm saying, come on, that's just. But yeah, man. Let me Shaq or somebody too. My bad. I didn't send this to nobody because I knew I was going to be on there that long. I'm still not going to be on there for that long. Just I don't know. But yeah, man, this is crazy, man. This is a crazy situation, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a crazy situation. But so I mean, and then but see the thing is, why would you be with somebody that beat up on your young, you know, on your oldest son? And then it got so bad. So this is how it would happen, right? So this is a question I have, y'all, with this situation, with this case. How come nobody called the police? Can anybody answer that question? No relatives, no neighbors, or nobody called the police. And one neighbor got to the point where she smelled the odor and complained to maintenance, right? Or to what's the name? But what happened? The little son, the 15-year-old son just said, you know, he texted the mother and he said, I can't take this no more, and he ended up calling the police. So ain't that something? She couldn't even be woman enough. For one, she couldn't be woman enough to leave the motherfucking man, and for two, she couldn't be woman enough to even call the police on her, you know, for her kids. Even if, you know, you're doing whatever the case with the man, you just that fucking weak, okay, whatever the case is, you can still, you know, play it off. Okay, let me call the police. Let me end this, you know what I'm saying? She's just a piece of shit, you know what I'm saying? Let's just call this lady. Let's not call her crazy and all that. Let's call her a piece of shit, like a piece of garbage. Let's call her a motherfucker that should have never had kids. Let's call her a motherfucker that her mama should have swallowed her. Let's say that, right? We got to start doing that, man. The other communities, they don't go for this. I mean, I'm not trying to compare us to other communities, but we don't go for this kind of shit. And BJ said, hello, Robin. Hello, Robin Cooper. He said it again. And then the Pioneer said the Caucasian dude she was with looked like a character off Breaking Bad. Dude looked burnt out. All black women, they don't care about black boys. Damn, dude. I mean, Chris, I mean, I'm not gonna say all black women, man, but a lot. It's crazy because Chris is not. He said what he just said, but it kind of could be backed up because you got Cynthia G and you got certain people on here on this actually YouTube themselves that are actually saying abort black, telling black women to abort black babies. So I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that, man. I want to back Chris up as much as possible, man, but I can't. I mean, I want to back. I want to not go against what Chris just said, but I want to believe that's not true. But it's not looking good. And then daughter of Yeshua said straight up, you know what she said? She said it's the end of the days. Ooh, daughter of Yeshua, y'all know that something's not right, and y'all know that. I mean, look at these stories. I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna have to do it, man. I'm sorry. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to start doing stories about this when women killing their kids. I'm sorry, and men too, of course. I'm not gonna skip the men, but I mean, I think this is something wrong. There's something going on with these women killing their kids. It's a new thing. And the thing is, it's you got the women killing the kids, but at the same time, you have Cynthia G and people like that. I gotta say Cynthia G's name. You got people like her like that, basically putting that out there as rhetoric on YouTube for black women to kill black babies, black male babies and abort. Excuse me. And see, that's the thing, man. The feminist movement really got y'all black women, not all, but got black women really brainwashed and got the mothers and some of the baby boomer generation are really brainwashed because in the 60s they were really promoting that BS and that trash. The news flash, when it comes down to feminism, them feminist women are with their husbands. They don't leave their husbands, right? They got these black women going to the point where they want to place y'all like as a single class to where y'all just single black women. You know what I'm saying? Don't fall for it. They want you guys single. They want the black women and the black men separate. Yeah, that black woman in the apartment. Yeah, she didn't care about those black boys. That's what he said. He said he meant those women in the apartment. Robert Cooper said Cynthia G is batshit crazy and bitter. She is bitter and crazy, man. The New World Order. She is. See, I'm glad you called that out. Because I'm not gonna say no names, but a lot of and this is what I didn't like. Y'all okay? Whoever y'all could, whoever could have things they could want to say about Kevin Samuels and stuff like that. That's fine. Whatever the case is, making videos, whatever the case is, because they know that making videos about Kevin Samuel will bring a lot of views and they'll push a certain narrative at the same time. It'll kill two birds with one stone. But a lot of these black women YouTubers, and it just looks really weird and it don't look right. A lot of y'all did not make videos about Cynthia G, but y'all made videos about Kevin Samuels, and that looks so one-sided. It looks so bad. It looks real bad. And you know what a lot of black women YouTubers are saying? Oh, I don't know who Cynthia G was. Or I don't know. I haven't watched her videos. It don't matter if you don't know who she is and you haven't watched her videos. You see what I'm saying? As we speak, she's regurgitating stuff that black women need to call out because that's a black woman. Not every black man could go and calling these black women out. And then, with the counter of that would be saying, oh, you guys are weak because you only calling black women out. See, it can't be all that. You see what I'm saying? There's plenty of black men on YouTube that call Kevin Samuels out, but then at the same time, they call Cynthia G out too. Let's be neutral. Let's go all across the board. You see what I'm saying? Let's have a balance. A lot of black people, they don't have balances. They don't know about balances, right? And they don't know about boundaries. You see what I'm saying? Okay, like Daily Food Jr. said, they want to make the black vagina obsolete. Exactly. And then Pioneer said the New World Order that these racist Caucasians have been crying and spinning about and coming means that it means to the end, of the world, the new beginning of ours. Hopefully, man, if it does happen. And then Dario Shua said she never watched Kev. He seemed gay. Kev has some good points on there. I'm not gonna lie. I can't even lie. I can't front. Kev be having some good points. I don't watch Kev like that. He be doing one thing he spits on is the black father, like the fathers in the home. He talks about that. And one thing I agree with him, he talks about is the holding black women or women in period, women, all across the board, holding them accountable. Yeah. So that's important. I agree with that. But I'm not gonna, there's certain things, I'm not, Kevin knows how to make his money. He knows his base. He knows what to do. He knows how to talk to people a certain way to get the ratings and get the drama up to make that money. That's all that is. And let's just keep it real. And then Robin Cooper said, no, Cynthia G is foul with her thinking. We black women have to call her out. Yep. Each other. Yep. Yeah. We black women have to call each other out in our wrongs. That's true. I have a strong feeling on the state of black men, so I'm going to be quiet. I mean, we all see that's the thing, though. Daughter Yeshua, that's the thing. We got, they got us to where we don't even like each other. They got us to where we, they got us to where we think certain things about each other. You know what I'm saying? We think the most negative. See, it's funny because we'll stereotype each other and have a stereotype of black women and men, but when the white person has a stereotype, then it's a problem. I think it's more of a problem. We think that way about each other. Motherfucking other races are supposed to think that about you in a way. You see what I'm saying? Because they don't like you. They're not you. They don't like you anyway. You see what I'm saying? It's a problem when we think like that. We need to start embracing ourselves more. Right. Yeah, strong women about this. Yeah, the state of black people. Yeah, you know what? That's what I'm saying. It's a balance, man. It's you're right though. I think we're both in a bad situation because we look at how we engage with each other, but look at our economic situation. We rather give everybody else our money. We rather especially black men and women. See, I'm gonna break it down. We messed up. I'm gonna break it down to all y'all. Black women messed up accepting the welfare and the feminist movement in the 70s, 60s, right? And black men messed up with the integration, man. Black men should have held the front. Black men, it was the black men and women, really men too, politicians and stuff like that were helping pushing these stupid ass integration laws. You see what I'm saying? Making us subservient, because how do you take the way more power than and then you merge it with a little bit of power? How do you take a lot of power and merge it with a little bit of power? We had a little bit of power, and then they had a lot of power. We merged it. That a lot of power is gonna swallow up the little bit of power. I don't understand why we didn't see that. But these black politicians don't care about themselves. A lot of them when they do some of these these acts and stuff like that, and when they do some of these grants and stuff like that and funding and stuff like that, some of these motherfucking black politicians spend that shit on their families instead of spending that on their community. So you got to watch out for some of these black politicians. You know what I'm saying? And then Robert Cooper said, I think Kevin Samuels found a way to make his channel blow up, and he went with it. Yep. I'm not mad at that, but he is divisive in some of his reasonings. I mean, I don't agree with everything he be saying. You know what I mean? And it's just it's a crazy thing, man. A situation. You know what I'm saying? But I think him and Cynthia found a little lane. But see, it's sad because they're making money off it's like kind of like stereotypes, if you will, or kind of just like off negativity off the opposite sex. That's what that is, and that's not good. And then Pioneer said, look at some of these funny niggas who pop up on the internet lately. Ask yourself, why are they getting all this money? Yep, to come in tight suits and incense burning and smoking in the background. Tight suits, incense burning. He came from out of, I mean, he's been around for a while, but he did blow up and he's seen his little lane. But man, you know what? I'm an open-minded motherfucker. If somebody says some of these cats, whoever could be agents, I'm not gonna act like it. Like I'm not gonna deny it. Some of these motherfuckers probably are agents. Like we gotta open our mind up. We gotta open our mind, man. We can't just believe just because somebody black or something that's involving that it's not gonna be a suspicious thing, man. Because that's what they do. They use us to trigger us. That's what that is. You see what I'm saying? They use us to trigger us. That's all they do. Yeah, but I mean, what do y'all think about this? This dude, this couple just oh boy, man. I mean, but you notice in the media too, they're not really talking too much about the male, what he did, his role in it. They're really just, and see, that's what they do. We already know the media covers up the whiteys. They cover up the whiteys real good. They cover up the whiteys, you know what I'm saying? More than motherfucking they cover them up more than shit than a motherfucking than a sweater, So it's a sad situation, man. And we can't even debate that the news being biased. We cannot debate that because they biased. They don't like us. You see what I'm saying? That's where they make their money, their ratings and stuff from us, from making certain assumptions and stuff and a certain a certain assessments about us to the point where it makes certain voters scared. You see what I'm saying? It will make certain voters vote for certain policies against us. And see, that's what we don't be thinking, man. That's the dangerous people, and that's the motherfucking white people you got to think fear, and you got to be worried about. It's the motherfuckers that's making these laws. These people that's making these damn laws. But yeah, they got oh boy. They wasn't really talking too much about oh boy. But see, I mean, no matter what race he is, women don't bring motherfucking men into your kids' life until they're fucking grown. You see what I'm saying? But if you got kids still living with you, women, do not bring kids around bring a men in your house around your kids if they're still living with you. I'm sorry, that's tacky. That's showing your kids that you're picking the man for them. I mean, for you and not them, and that's not good. You don't want to pick a man for just you. That's selfish. You see what I'm saying? You might as well be single. You decided to have these kids. You gotta take care of them. You see, we can't be lazy, and we can't be not held accountable for our responsibilities, man. Because we can't do that. Because adults, that's not what adults do. Adults are held to the highest extent for their responsibility. That's what adults are. That's why being an adult. You see what I'm saying? Why label yourself as an adult if you don't want to be held to those standards, man? And see, there's a lot, men and women. There's a lot of lazy ass people out here nowadays, man. Just like with the whole EDD thing, and how they took that off and the EDD and stuff like that. They took that off and stuff like that, so you could be used to not working, and to where you could get used to just chilling. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't just a physical thing; it was a mental thing with the EDD thing, and they just cut it off. They just cut the EDD off in September. They have a certain, why would you cut EDD off at a certain date when certain people are still not working, and there's a lot of people that are unemployed still for different reasons. Not everybody's still unemployed because of the coronavirus. But anyway, that's another thing. But they do a lot of things to keep us stagnated. But Robert Cooper said they're saying that he murdered the little boy and got her for child endangerment. But see, that's the thing. Yes, that's what I was saying. How do we know that, dude? How do we know she didn't murder him? And she should. I'm sorry. See, that's what we did. That we can't be calling these women. She should get charged for murder as well, or if not, get a second degree charge or something like that. Man, she should get something. She should get something. But you see, she got lesser charges than him and everything like that. Because all we know, she could have killed him too, or it could have been. I don't know. See, and that's another thing too. I don't know. Maybe we'll never know. And then the pioneer said, he's a nigga. Here's a nigga who comes on in a dark room in a tight suit, looking like the FBI or some Malcolm X glasses, and he says he has the look and authority of Don Pat. It does. That dude knows. Kevin Samuels got the whole little props and all that shit on there, and the incense and all that shit. And then and people still not going to work, dude. That's what I'm saying, dude. Why would you cut off the unemployment and then making it hard to get to file back for unemployment? It's a game. It's a manufactured game, And the 15-year-old boy, told what happened to his brother. And I think he called the police. I think he called the police. Oh, okay. Oh, excuse me. Oh, the 15-year-old told. Okay, that's right. Okay, the 15-year-old. Okay, you're right. Okay, yeah, that's right. You're right. The 15-year-old, said that the white man did murder him. But and then the 15-year-old boy had to, he text. He called the police, and then that was the last one of the last texts, I guess, to the mom was that he couldn't take it no more, and he could. I don't blame him. He said, "Pioneer said, Frank, you're right. They got it. They got us used to not working. Back in the good old days, young men would be out in the streets demanding more better work, paying jobs. But now they don't care. Exactly. And the thing is too, the thing is too, there was some bomb ass jobs though. That's why they were back then that would pay, you know, to where you could fucking didn't even need to go to college. And see now they're making it pioneer to where I think they pushed it and more indoctrinated us too nowadays for college. I think they indoctrinated kids and people too for college nowadays. You know what I'm saying? That's what that was. You see what I'm saying? They indoctrinated for us for college. That's what that was. You see, that's why kids are like, oh, you know, I don't have to work this hard, you know, industrial job. And plus, it's not a nuclear family era no more. You see him? This is not the nuclear family no more era at all. You know, this is like a cyber family. Like this is the cyber. You know, this is all a computer age. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people aren't taking care of their own children. Man, when you don't have responsibilities, there's no pressure on you to demand more jobs with better pay. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And that's the stigma, man. You got to see, you got all types of moms and dads nowadays on social media showing time stamping their the foolishness and their bullshit, and start time stamping the fact that they're not even taking care of their kids. Man, you time stamping it. You know, you time stamping your laziness. Every every time you put stuff on social media or Snapchat or whatever the case is, you time stamping what you're doing. You see what I'm saying? And I'm sorry, man, not all women, man. But I'm seeing a lot of these women, man, on these social medias, and some of these dudes too, with the bullshit, fake gangster shit and the fake street shit. But I'm seeing these women, man, just I'm just seeing posting half naked all the time, half naked dressed, you know, half naked, you know, wearing scantily clad stuff on Facebook Messenger. You know what I'm saying? So you know, I mean, and I'm just seeing people, period, and you know, just goes to show, just doing a bunch of bullshit, posting about a bunch of bullshit. And this goes to show that people's priorities are not right. People, you know what I'm saying, were more mad at for the insurrection, more mad about Donald Trump thing than there are the fact that they're pushing these shots, these jabby jabs, these hooks on 5 to 11-year-olds now. So we got to get our priorities straight, man. We're not, you know, and more of us need to start marching in these streets, man, and doing what's right instead of being on social media and TikTok and shit, which is a communist owned. TikTok is owned by China, so I don't know why we on TikTok. Hold up. And I'm from Detroit. Partner said, I'm from Detroit. I remember when one man could work at a factory, GM, yep, Ford, Chrysler, yep, making enough, yep, to buy a house, support the wife and kid and a new car, and take care of a girlfriend on the side. Man, you ain't lying though. And then Doc Ball said, remember in the late 70s, the minimum wage was $2.90 an hour. Damn, what the hell? And then daughter Yeshua said, Pioneer, my grandfather was the man. He worked at GM and made a great living. Yep, and that's impossible these days. Exactly. And then Pioneer said, white men didn't like to see so many black men, yes, with good jobs. Yep. Making more than them, and they did. Yep, they'd rather get rid of all the damn jobs and broke them. Man, you know, exactly, dude. And then have the black women making money. See, that's what I'm saying. Black women, be careful, man. You know, there's nothing wrong with, you know, y'all getting that money and getting it, but you know what I'm saying, these white men basically be using y'all to either spy on us at the job, or you know, basically give us a hard time at work or stuff like that, or even to just get ahead of us. The more independent that they push for y'all to be, the more independent that they push for y'all to be, then you know, you figure y'all more and more independent, so independent to where you don't even need a man. That's not good. That's not good, because women and men complement each other. You need women need men, and I don't care what nobody says. You see what I'm saying? And that's what the white man did to have y'all working and put y'all in the corporate jobs in the 90s and the 80s. You see what I'm saying? He knew what he was doing to that, so that brought division right there. You know what I'm saying? Amongst us, and it still is bringing division to this day. That's why you got city girls and you got all these women and these rappers talking about men this and men can't do this, and men can just eat their coochie, and you know, basically telling other females to have sex with men for money. So that's basically what that's pushing. And the daughter of Yeshua said 100. And then you're right though, that those plant jobs, even out here in LA, in California, they had the real good automotive plants and stuff like that. They moved those too. And they had the Boeing and the McDonnell Douglas, and they had certain jobs like that. that a lot of black people had too, but they shut down. And the Pioneers, the daughter of Yeshua, absolutely. We had a lot of them in Detroit. We had entire neighborhoods of nothing but middle class black folks and houses and nice cars. Man, you know, they shut that down, man. You know, and see, you didn't see none of the Democrats fighting for none of our jobs or none of that, you know, because the Democrats was in on it too. Because remember, 1994, Bill Clinton did that NAFTA thing to basically outsource the jobs. Look that up, the NAFTA. Whenever y'all get a chance, look up NAFTA. You already know Bill Clinton is the one that pushed that in 94, right? You know, they pushed the crime bill and all that in 94 too. And then they put the drugs in the communities in the 80s. And then they pushed the crime bills in the 90s. And then they pushed NAFTA in the 90s to push the good jobs out of the black communities too. So they killed two birds with one stone. It's a cold thing that they did to us. And then Pioneer said, I grew up in a nice black neighborhood. I didn't see any fucking hard times or poverty in my house. We weren't rich, but lived pretty decent. All black folks weren't fucked up. And see, that's the thing that the lamestream and the media tried to put that stigma. And even these Democrats back in the 70s and they put that stigma, that racist, poverty stricken stigma to make more black people vote Democrat and to brainwash you. The pastors do it and the preachers do it too. The pastors and the preachers do that too to brainwash y'all. You know, us. They make it seem like the only pie in the sky is when you die. You see what I'm saying? So they push that narrative and they push that pie in the sky and when you die narrative and got us all fucked up because that's not even real. I should be able to have heaven on earth, right? It's funny when the white man and even the pastor has heaven on earth, but I can't have heaven on earth. Why can't I have heaven on earth? You see what I'm saying? Because you want me to be poor and you want me to be constantly giving you my money so I can stay poor. You want me to worry about heaven and all that when I get to, wealth and money and all that when I get to heaven. Why would somebody need wealth and money when they in heaven, dude? Really think about it. But yeah, man, I mean, there's a lot of us, you know, this case would just seem mad. It just seemed grimy. It just seemed real grimy, man. Damn, what's his name? It seemed real grimy. I'm gonna read a little bit. As I before I go, we heard it or whatever, but and you notice she wasn't with none of the kids fathers. She was with this white man. You see, and you see that's the thing, women too. You with these men and stuff like that, and then you have kids with a former boyfriend or something like that, and you have kids with another man. For one, a lot of these men are not going to want to take care of other men, other kids, and for two, they're not going to care about your kids, like if they were their kids. You see what I'm saying? That man didn't have no attachment to these kids at all. You see what I'm saying? He didn't have any kind of DNA or blood attachment to those kids. So therefore, what's up? What's up? Oh, that's my sis right there. What up? Oh shit, Demetri K, what's going on? Oh shit, Demetri K. My sis, okay, what up? Man, that was a surprise. What's going on, y'all? Man, I appreciate the support, man. I'm shocked to see, man. My sis and Demetri K. Oh shoot, what's going on, Demetri? Oh yeah. Thanks, y'all. Appreciate it, man. Word, man. Damn. Anyway, yeah, damn, that shocked the heck out of me. But exactly. Much of gangster rap started in New York and the West Coast, where black folks were packed in ghetto neighborhoods fighting with the police. And see, yeah, and exactly, yeah, I know how I'm tripping, but exactly, Pioneer, exactly. You see what I'm saying? And look how the Bronx looked in the 80s, man. The Bronx in the 80s looked like a war zone. You see what I'm saying? Because you had a lot of I didn't want to say you got a lot of people. Period. Some of the mob. It came to come to find out too with some of the mob too. Oh man, I appreciate it. Yeah, Demetri, that's cool. That's cool, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. But yeah. So a lot of the mob, they own some of the mob owned some of these. They were some of the slumlords and something like that in New York. But there's a lot of small hats. I can't. Y'all know what I mean when I say some small hats, right? And the Pioneer, you see, says Demetri in here. I got to stay on for 2 more hours, man. But I could stay on for a little while. I could go into another topic, but a lot of small hats. a lot of the small hats was y'all know who I mean. They were they were the slumlords too of some of these buildings too. So they were they were the buildings were very under taken care of, very underdeveloped. So the black people got to the point where we got pissed off, and start complaining to the housing authorities and stuff like that too, and start complaining to the city of New York. But see what I'm saying? So what these people did, they knew that they had to keep the conditions up, and they had to keep these buildings up. So what happened was they said the hell with this, and the hell with putting the money back in these buildings and keep these buildings up. They actually torched the buildings. They actually burned the buildings down. So if you ever familiar with the movie Beach Street, there was a scene in the like towards the middle of the movie where they said, what happened to this what happened to these apartments, what happened to and they said, oh man, the landlord torched it and burned it down like 5 times. See, they even said that in the movie Beach Street. You see what I'm saying? These landlords used to torch these buildings and burn them down. You see what I'm saying? With no remorse. You see what I'm saying? Because they didn't want to pay these people's needs and demands, and keep up the proper protocol for these buildings. And see, that says a lot right there. That's why a lot of these buildings, and maybe I'm guessing maybe even Detroit and certain other places, parts of the country too, but really in New York, really the Bronx, really the Bronx, they were doing that, and so just imagine, man, imagine. And the Pioneer, I know what you mean. One of the problems with New York is that y'all had a lot of Italians and other ethnic groups. They were they were meaner than the average Caucasian, and them at times where you're right. And the Italian and the Irish was no joke. A lot of women would choose men over their kids because their mom did the same. Yep, this is, man, unfortunately, especially in the black community. Ooh, damn, that's my sister spitting that, dude. Sound like, man, dude, man, you could tell that's my sister spitting that. Man, that's true, and it's sad. But it's it's black men that So I don't want to. There's black men that pick bad women too. It's a cycle too with us, man. Because it's like I'm gonna say this right here. You got the black, certain black women that don't know real too much about masculinity, and you got certain black men that don't know too much about femininity. Now it's a catch-22 on both sides, right? And then the Pioneer said, while most of the white folks left New York, a lot of them did. That times you had enough black blood in them to stay in their neighborhoods and fight and raise a lot of sand, man. And see, that's right. The Italians, when the Moors took over Spain and stuff like that, man, that because they conquered Italy too, and it started mating with a lot of women out there and made the Sicilian. You know what I'm saying? The Sicilians have black. I remember from my grandma passed, she told me that about the Sicilians and stuff like that, the black blood. So yeah, man, that's interesting take on that, man. That's real. And you notice that too, Pioneer. They stayed in New York. They're not leaving New York, and a lot of them are Irish too. And now you got Russians and stuff like that in there in New York now too, taking over a lot. Them Russians are taking over a lot. So these groups, man, they organize and they come to the Western. Well, they're already Western, but they're coming to this part of the world and they're taking over. They ain't it's not just the Chinese. But we have to get it together, man. So let me see. Okay, let me read a little bit of this real quick, man. You know what I'm saying? So this is Harris County, dude. That damn, that's definitely Houston, Texas, right? All right. And it's from let me read a little bit of this, man. Okay, Harris County Sheriff's Office, CPS investigated after 3 children were left alone for months in the West Harris County apartment with their siblings' remains. Sunday night, investigators located the mother of the children and her boyfriend. They were detained and questioned throughout the night, but later released. No charges were filed. See, sorry about that, fam. I didn't know that. Why didn't they? See, we get mad and stuff like that, and that time when Zimmerman got let go, and a couple of these people got let go, but it's like when we gotta call it out too when it's some funny non-justice going on with one of ours, so we got to call it out, and that's a serious situation. So my bad. I don't know why I didn't conclude this earlier, but months. How do you leave kids in? Like I said, why did none of the why did none of the neighbors say anything about it? Why did none of the neighbors say anything about this, man? The neighbors was looking like too, but I think what happened, one of the neighbors did complain to the apartment complex about a smell. but it's just a situation. Oh yeah, this is a crazy situation, man. But I mean, you leave the kids in there for months or whatever, you know, hardly feed them. I guess sometimes every now and from time to time she would bring Uber Eats for him or stuff like that. But it's crazy. And then see, that's the thing though. But it's weird how they got questioned. All right, let me keep going. Let me keep going real quick. The question of the night and later released. No charges were filed, according to Harris County Sheriff's Ed Gonzalez, right? And then said Monday they're seeking emergency custody of 3 children. And the agency also said that there were no active CPS investigation at the time of the children were found. Below the statement, CPS released from KHOU 11 News, ensure the safety of the children. Department of Family and Protective Services is seeking emergency custody of the 3 boys. Child Protective Services does have a history of the Black family, but there was no active CPS investigation at the time the children were discovered in the London department. What does that have to do with anything? But you know, see, but the thing is, I see what they're saying, but I mean, you know, it's crazy because I mean, you would have just thought, you know, she was just a really selfish person, a real piece of shit, because she should have gave those babies to her mom, just, you know. And the funny thing about it is, I mean, not funny, but the crazy thing about it is she left the kids anyway. Right? So she left them in a position to where she left them, right? But the thing is, why didn't you just leave those kids with a relative or something, like, hey, you know, I'm just whatever you want to call me, hey, you know, I'm just whatever, you know. I chose this bottom shelf Brad, so I just want to go on and be with vanilla ice cream. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to go on and be with him, run off to be with him. You know what I'm saying? You know, Beverly Hills Most Wanted over here. So you know, why don't you just go on and raise the kids and stuff like that, man, and just take custody of the kids, man, and, you know, or just give them to the fathers. But, you know, my thing is, and my question, where was the other 2 kids that I wonder? Because she had 6 kids, right? And it was 4 kids in the house. But for you to leave your kids, you know, in the house like that, and, you know, decomposing like one of the siblings decomposing like that, and you don't even have the decency as a human being to bury your own kids, you're a piece of shit. And you should rot, and you should be under the jail. There should be no excuse about that. Like I said, the bottom shelf Brad, you know, hopefully when he hits custody, even though he'll probably see, he's the kind of motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, on the outside you want to run with blacks and stuff like that, you know what I mean, you want to be with black women, but, you know, on the inside he probably run right with the white boys. And well, hopefully somebody have something nice for him, you know what I'm saying, when he goes in there, you know what I'm saying, maybe some lead or something like that. Because a lot of dudes like that, trust me, just because they be dating black women don't mean that they don't like black people. It don't mean that they not racist, and vice versa. So yeah, over a year, Dimitri, yeah, they finally got eventually got arrested, Dimitri. Yep. Damn. And then my sister said the system failed those kids. It's sad. Yep. Exactly. Rest in heaven, babies. Man, exactly, sis. Exactly. And then the neighbors, suspected something was going on because one of the neighbors was dropping off food. Yeah, that too. One of the neighbors was looking out, but you would have thought, oh, I mean, I didn't see. It was to the point where we, you know, had neighbors like that and stuff like that. The kids was, you know, hungry and stuff like that, asking for we feed them, but then there would come some questions that would come along with that, especially concerning adults, you know, concerning neighbors. You would think there would be some questions coming along with that. You can look at her and tell, oh yeah, that's why she let that white dude kill her son, and he kept fixing him tacos. Did you see the video? Man, I really didn't, dude. I really didn't. I'll not just play the video, but I didn't see that one, man. And then Demetrius K said her mom, and then said that. Damn. And see, yeah, and see, so that's what I'm saying, man. You know, we can't do. I don't understand. I mean, I know the mom. I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not even gonna talk. You know, this is a sad situation. So I can't get on the mom and the parents, but Then yeah, they do need to be put underneath the jail, you know. Yeah, man. The pioneer said she had 6 kids. The 2 girls is gone. Oh, the 4 boys lived in the apartment with no power. That's right. Oh, that's right. That's right. And they didn't have no power in the apartment. Um, you know, you. I mean, how do you have your kids staying? And that's another thing too. Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry, y'all. And then that's another thing. The neighbors got suspicious because there was they noticed that they didn't have no power in the house because the boys would come over and charge the phones and the devices and stuff like that at their house. So they knew that was kind of weird. I mean, the only good thing that lucky that the boys actually, they had phones to where they were still activated, to where their phones were still on, to where they could, they was able to call for help really and communicate certain things with people. You see what I'm saying? And that's the same thing I said to Demetri K. Where was the father at, man? Where's the kids' fathers at? All them kids. One of the fathers was deceased, right? So okay, we can't blame her for that, But at the same time, where's the other 5 kids' fathers, man? And then she had, okay, Pioneer said the 2 girls. Let me see. Okay, the 2 girls are gone. Okay. I mean, that's good that them girls went in that apartment. Golly. And then the Pioneer said, I think it was some sort of human trafficking was involved. It could have been that, you know what? You're right. And then Demetri K said, where was their fathers at? Exactly, Demetri K. And then if they had good sense, they were exactly. They were somewhere trying to stay, away from her crazy ass. Pioneer. Hey, y'all always see Pioneer be no, it's not funny though, Pioneer. You just said what you said was funny. And then Robin Cooper said at Demetri, her family said that the kids all had different fathers. And she lost contact, with all of them. Right. And they don't know how to get in touch with the father. Damn, man. And y'all said a good point was in the article. How do you leave your kids in a house with no electricity, man? And it's weird because I just wonder. I wonder if the landlord or the manager they weren't suspicious. I mean, it just seemed like the I don't know, man. It seemed like a couple people dropped the ball right there, man. It seemed like a couple people dropped the ball. But the positive thing is that the kid was able to. Well, yeah, the kid was able to, you know what I'm saying, call and get that help he needed, man, because that's messed up, man. You don't do kids like that, man. I don't care what nobody say. You don't do no kids like that. That's sad. That's sad. You don't do no kids like that, man. You know what I'm saying? And damn, for months, man. And then it's so tragic. Them kids had to be right there with their sibling that's dead, decomposing. Just imagine them kids need to see. And this is the thing. Listen, I'm gonna tell you some real stuff. The lamestream media will never talk about counseling for these kids. Y'all notice that the lamestream media will never talk about counseling for and trauma for the trauma and the mental anguish that they had to go through. They'll never talk about that. Go to any news channel, any news feed, including the one I just came from. They will never talk about any kind of healing or any kind of making moving forward or any kind of you see what I'm saying counseling or anything like that for these kids. Watch. And see, that right there pushes the society too that these kids could take it. Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like we're mentally just broken to anything. Like we're mentally, you see what I'm saying? I'm telling you, y'all, it's psychological. It's a psychological warfare that they're pushing on, and it's spiritual warfare too.
Can a handyman fix my leaky faucet? How much does it cost to have my HVAC checked?
Sorry about
How
that.
do I know I have mold?
Sorry about that, y'all. Y'all notice that. Peep this. They never talk about any kind of counseling for these kids and for these victims, man. I'm telling you, the news media does not care. It's just a story to these people. I'm telling you. Even the CPS. And then Pioneer said a lot of people won't agree with it, but this is one reason why I support women's right to have abortions. I mean, no, you know what I support? I support most people not being able to have kids. That's what I support. That's what I support, man. I'm telling you, dude. Most men not being able to have kids. I'm telling you, dude. Oh boy. I mean, you see in these futuristic movies, it was a Minority Report, one of the movies, Vanilla Sky, one of the movies, They had, you know, it's to where you know, to have a kid, you'd have to have a like a pat. What is it? Like a pass or something like that, or something to have a kid. Like it's crazy, man. You see what I'm saying? Or a license to have a kid or something like that. Hey, maybe that might have to be. I'm telling you, man. Men and women are just. What are we doing now, man? You know, you know, people be raising their kids and stuff like that, like they're slaves, dude. Like we don't care. I'm telling you, and the society be pushing this, man. And these social media outlets, TikTok and Instagram and these they be pushing the dysfunction too with these kids. Trump, I'm telling you, they let these kids curse and act all crazy on social media, and parents enable it too. Parents enable it too, right? And Demetri K said the same way she left them in there with the decomposed man. Exactly, man. Demetri, what you think about that, man? That's and my bad, Demetri. I missed your show the other day about this. I was on a conference call. I got to get back. I want to rewatch you and Donovan's outtake on it too. I was on a conference call, man. We be having conference calls on Wednesdays. So yeah, man. So you and then Pioneer said you can't tell me that I would have been better. Man, he was better off with those boys not have been into this world than born into the world with the shit that they had to go only suffer and die. Sorry, but religion teaches that. I don't agree with abortions either, Doc Boss, but not especially amongst Black women. They use that. That's another thing they use amongst us. The Margaret Singers. That's the hero. That's Hillary Clinton's girl. You know, I do not value a quantity over quality. Ooh, I don't care about someone's fake ass religion or fake ass so-called morals that tell you it's wrong to have an abortion, but it's right to kill somebody over $5. But see, look, I'm gonna tell you some real spit. We was talking about this early on this conference call earlier. This is the thing, you know, they talk all this stuff, but see, Gavin, you got Gavin Newsom. See, they talk all these charges and all this, R. Kelly stuff and this rape and this and that and child, child abuse. But then they make laws to enable stuff like that. Like for an example, Gavin Newsom in California wrote the law to where that 10-year law. Have you, Demetria? I think might have put this in your chat before, but he wrote the 10-year law. If y'all familiar with the 10-year law, the 10-year law is to where, you know what I'm saying? Okay, 24-year-old man, he could have sex with a 14-year-old woman. You see what I'm saying? And that 10 years apart, if anything happens or whatever the case is, or any kind of law enforcement gets involved, he doesn't have to register for a sex offender. Excuse me. Ain't that something? See, that right there is crazy. What about the law to where a 12-year-old can have an abortion without the parents' consent? What about that? And this is California. We don't think that's weird? We don't think that's weird that Gavin Newsom is pushing stuff like that? Yeah, exactly. The daughter of Yeshua, it is insane. You see what I'm saying? We don't think that's weird? We don't think that's funny? Gavin Newsom, see, and it's these, look, y'all, just Demetri, everybody knows me. Pioneer, y'all know. I don't, daughter of Yeshua, all y'all, my own sister. Y'all know I don't do the Democrat Republican thing. I don't do it. I don't do the Democrat, but neither one of them are no good. Can I say that? Neither one of them are no good. Democrats or Republicans ain't no good. What are they doing for us? But this year, like Demetria and Donovan was saying, I'm sorry. Y'all gonna have to do a protest vote if y'all vote. But I'm the kind of guy that won't vote. Because when nothing happens, I feel that much better and secure about myself. You see what I'm saying? When nothing happens in my favor. You vote, this kind of stuff happens. It's like, well, damn, you kind of help this. Even though the president is selected, not elected. Right? And Dottie, I should said, I agree. I'm debating never voting again. Exactly, man. I'm telling you, it's something to make you feel like you're a part of the winning team. It's something psychological. Voting makes you think that you are part of the system and you're helping the system. That's what it is. But you're not, though. Now, Demetri and other people said on their channels and stuff like that before. Now, voting locally might be a little different, though. That's a little different. voting for your local. So if you're in a black community, your place like Atlanta, Georgia, stuff like that, and you have black constituents, and if you have black grassroots people, and if you have actual communities there where there's businesses and shit that people that look like you and you and them, then you vote. That's when you vote for people, or city councilman or somebody that like that looks like you. Then you do it. You see what I'm saying? Okay, Robin Cooper says, no, anything can go wrong when a young girl has an abortion. Man, she can't. Yeah, exactly. She can hemorrhage or whatever. Exactly. So we don't be thinking about this. It's like with the jabby jab, with the Larry Holmes 1, 2, 3. We don't think about the effects. We think about the abortion and stuff like that, but we don't think about the effects after. Just like with the jabby jab, we think about I'm feeling good, I'm immune, and I'm like, I have a fucking shield or something like that, but you're not whole. And then you take the Larry Holmes and look, you're still eating bad. Bam, that's the thing right there. You're still eating bad, right? And then, excuse me, my bad, Doc Boss. Doc Boss said, but Democrats are pushing all the negativity and pedophilia. Exactly. I think we could all agree that we're not Democrat. We don't like the Democrats. He had to go and take that job, Darby Yeshua. And then Darby Yeshua said, facts. We aren't really a part of the system. We're not, man. And the thing is, look at the Dred Scott decision whenever I get a chance, man. Look at the Dred Scott decision. And look, Demetra, and then even Demetra and Donovan agreed with me. These are civil rights acts. A civil rights act and a voting act is not an actual law. Every 25 years, that has to be reinstated. That's sad. Guess what? They just gave these people $450,000. They just proposed $450,000 for these immigrants. All right. And see, they tell you, these Democrats tell you that they can't afford civil rights. That they can't afford reparations, or they can't afford a certain compensation for us. But Donald Trump didn't say that. Did Donald Trump say that? No. Donald Trump offered $500 billion. $500 billion, $500 billion for black businesses and black economics, and we don't want to take it. We got the symbolism. The symbolism is all good. We like the symbolism over the statue. Ain't that something? I blame these clergy. I blame these preachers. I blame the clergy. I blame the clergy. I blame the pastors. I blame the preachers, right? I blame the politicians. Maxine Waters, I blame you. I blame, you know what I'm saying? Jim Clyburn, and the list goes on and on. I blame them. Al Sharpton, Al CIA informant Sharpton. You see what I'm saying? And then a partner said, intelligent and righteous black folks need to get together and build our own communities with our own politics. That's how you get results, not constantly giving your ass kicked and complaining about it. Damn. And she said, I'm stealing Larry Holmes. In abortion, that's why we're still the minority. And see, that's another thing. Doc Boss is right. That could be why the numbers kind of stay stagnant too, man. That 13% thing, because from 73 to now, was it 20 million black babies aborted? And see, we talk about crime rates and stuff like that, and that's crazy how they could push us and push us on this jab type stuff, and push us on this medicine and types, But we had aborted 20 million babies, man. And see, I think that's why we're so gullible still to this day, because we'll fall for anything that they're offering us, and it's crazy. And then Doc Boss says Jews and Asians are more of a minority, but they get economics and political power than most black people. So what good is a lot of numbers of dead weight? Ooh. And then Doc Boss said, you mean border reparations? Damn. See, that's like that's a slap in the face, man. I'm gonna have to we're gonna make another show, but I might be on, I don't know, it might be on BJ's show tomorrow. I know we're gonna talk about that. But for Wednesday, I definitely think I'm gonna have to put this in the random topics and stuff for Wednesday, man. You're definitely gonna be I'm probably gonna just do a random topic, man. We're gonna talk about all this types of stuff, man. But they definitely they messing up the world, man. But yeah, these people are some sick individuals. I don't see I mean, you know, there's nothing, you know, and see, this is the thing, the divester movement and Cynthia G and Paris Milan and all them swirlers and stuff like that, the fake conscious black women, right? And see, this is how you know they're fake. You know, those are the type of women, they're fake pro-black and they're fake feminine. Because just because you talk soft and dainty and stuff like that does not make you a feminist. It don't make you a feminine woman, excuse me, right? You see what I'm saying? Just because you talk like a valley girl don't make you a feminine woman, right? Okay, you see what I'm saying? These you can't put on feminism. You can't turn it on and off like a light switch. You can't turn it on and off masculinity, excuse me, like a light switch. You can't do it, right? Can't do it. So we gotta stop the front now, all right? But I mean, these two are just sick. You know, I just don't see why. You know, but I mean, just look at well, you'll hear more about this case, you know, as it comes out and how as things go on from time to time. You'll hear about this case, but just look how there's not talking about any kind of counseling. Look how they're not talking about any kind of solutions. Look how they're not talking about any kind of closure for these kids. You see what I'm saying? So them kids are going to be in a fucked up system. The CPS, that's not good for black kids, right? And that's not good for kids, period, because there's rumors of sex trafficking and stuff like that in CPS in a lot of those situations too. And then the Pioneer says, I'd say about 40% of people can be saved and salvaged with enough intelligence and desire built and better a future for us, our children, and our community. Man, there's only a little bit of, only a small percentage of Pioneer. Most of these people, they won't be saved, you know. But yeah, man, these people sick. But like I was saying, for these divestors, you notice how you know, stories like this, you know, these black women that you know, they lust over these white men, and they talk about divest out of their community. They never report stories like this. Y'all notice that? Cynthia G, Paris Milan, all of them never report stories like this because it goes against their narrative of the black man being the boogeyman. It goes against the narrative of the black man being the boogeyman. The black man being the big bad boogeyman, the black man being the no good, black man being broke. You see what I'm saying? You know, this goes against their narrative, so they're not going to report this on bottom shelf Brad, on you know what I'm saying? Beverly Hills Most Wanted over here. They're not going to talk about him. You see what I'm saying? Notorious Nebraska's most notorious. They're not going to talk about this white boy, right? And see, that's the thing. That's a sad thing because you got the black men and women that try to push it to where the white person's ice is colder, and it's a sad thing. That's self-hatred. You know, maybe it's just not American society that's into that white standard of beauty. Maybe it's us too. Maybe we're in the white standard of beauty more than a lot of other groups, right? You know, we be co-signing their bullshit. You know what I mean? But look, the divestors are not going to be talking. These Cynthia G, these people are not going to be talking about this story at all. And they're going to, you know what they're going to do? If they do talk about the story, they're going to blame it on black men. How is this story a black man's fault? You see what I'm saying? And then, but the typical nigga standing on the corner with purple lips sagging and skinny jeans, puffing on a blunt and spitting every 3 minutes. Nah, he's gone. Walk past that fool. He's with purple lips, puffing on a blunt. Saggy. Pioneer, man. Wow. And then, bro, Frank, this is a problem I've noticed lately. Good black men and black women are spending time, arguing with each other over behavior that's thuggish, over the thuggish black men and women. Exactly. You know, exactly. And you even got a Carly B and other races chiming in on this and you know, and putting their 2 cents into where like they're not even. See, it's funny when people want to ask you what you identify. You say you're not one of us. You're not saying, you know, you say you're not black or whatever. You say you're not one of us. But at the same time, you want to come in and try to influence Joe Biden on what kind of policies he should implement for us. And by the way, he hasn't implemented nothing for us, by the way. So I guess that worked out good for Cardi B, right? But yeah, man. Just notice that you notice that, man. None of these women and none of these men are even none of these divestor channels, men or women or whoever. They don't never talk about these stories. They don't never talk about you know this kind of behavior from the bottom shelf Brad, right? They don't never talk about you know what I'm saying, the bottom shelf Brad being abusive to them or the kids. They don't talk about the bottom shelf Brad cheating with multiple black women, right? They don't talk about the bottom shelf Brad impregnating multiple black women. They don't talk about the bottom shelf Brad like the DJ Kid motherfucker that was giving black women AIDS, right? They weren't talking about what about that? What happened with that? You know, they leave, you know, you hear about these stories and you don't hear about them no more. But motherfuckers are still talking about OJ, right? To this day. We're still talking about OJ though. You see, the media is so biased, man. And the media is still going to always have that bias, right? It's going to keep that bias in there. It's going to keep that bias going on. So we got to watch out for that. And we got to make sure that we don't stay in bias and we don't have those stereotypes about ourselves. You see what I'm saying? He said, "Yeah, but you're right though." And see, that's the subculture I said, Pioneer. You got the, you got these black men and women nowadays out here, and they're pushing the subculture hard. That's not really the main culture. That's not really our culture. You see what I'm saying? That's why I would call it the subculture. You see what I'm saying? Because they're, that's some underground, underneath bullshit. Underneath, that's some lower vibrational frequencies bullshit. Anyway, that subculture shit. That's how I look at it. That's how I look at it. You know, that's how I would look at that. You know. But I mean, yeah, man, you know, it's a sad, tragic situation. It's sad, it's tragic. You know, these kids didn't ask, kind of like how Pioneer was saying, these kids didn't you know, ask to be born into this world. They didn't ask to be born into this world with corrupt parents like that. They didn't ask to be born into this world with you know, a mother that just don't care about her own self and well-being, let alone her kids' self and well-being. That she just wanted to you know, chase a man, a sorry ass man that don't care about her. I don't know if the white thing plays a part in it. I don't know. But I know a low self-esteem thing plays a part in it, and a self-hatred thing plays a part in it. I know that. Right? I know that. But we gotta this is right here why you shouldn't believe narratives all the time about black men and black men all the time about black men being the deadbeats and the this and the that and abusive people. We shouldn't believe narratives all like that all the time like that about us, right? Because this right here showed you that the white man could be capable of the same thing. See, it's funny how we believe slave narratives and we, you know, think that the white man used to be this savage and stuff like that back in the day before, and he used to treat us messed up before, but we think that just somehow in the 19th or 20th century, all that just disappeared. We got to stop doing that. We got to start treating people like they treat us. They hate us, they hate you, they don't like you, just like them back, right? But see, we got to do it economically now. We have to do it with some power behind it. You know, the emotions, we've been in our emotions and we've bullshitting around for too long. That emotional shit is bullshit. That's not going to do nothing. You know, it's not going to do nothing. Being in your emotions, being in your skin is not going to do nothing. Economically, fighting these people back economically will do something. We got to gain economics now, people. You know, and then the Pioneer said, think about it, Frank. The nigga was 17, with 17 children and 10 baby mamas. They ain't taking care of none of them. Nobody's arguing with him, and he's the one doing this shit. It's the good brothers arguing. Damn. Or they're getting on the good brothers, or they're saying that the good brothers are they're saying, oh, the good men are boring, or he works, he boring, or he this and that. He ain't a thug, he ain't a drug dealer, man. But see, that's a chaos woman though. When a woman talks like that, she's chaotic. She needs structure. She needs to you know, have the order. She needs the right man, the right masculine man to bring the order straight up, period. She ain't gonna say it. She's not even gonna know it probably, you know what I'm saying? Because she's so indoctrinated and she hasn't been taught good from any masculine man or even any decent mother that knew about a masculine man. Because some of these mothers are psycho. Some of these moms don't even know about the masculine. They don't even know about what masculinity is. You see what I'm saying? Just because somebody's a hood dude and he sell drugs and he's in the streets and he busts guns and shit, he gangbangs, doesn't necessarily make him a masculine man. Women need to stop mistaking the toxic men for masculinity. Just because you're toxic doesn't mean you're masculine, right? Even men knew that. Men know that. Just because a female's toxic doesn't mean that she's feminine. I could, man. Okay, look at it like this, ladies. Why would you want to mess with a toxic man? And look at it like this. Would you think that's weird if a man, a brother, or somebody that you know was messing with a toxic woman? You would. So why would you think it's okay to mess with a toxic man? And then the Pioneer said, look at the woman down in H-Town. I bet she didn't have a YouTube channel on arguing with people. Cynthia G is on defending her and her behavior, but she ain't even defending it. And then that's why I say good black folks, male and female, need to put the differences aside, man, and make babies with each other and let the dead bury the dead. Man, you know, that's true. And the pioneers, Frank, you're right. Ratchet women will find a good black brother born until she gets to be about around 30, and she gets a little sense, and then she'll start looking for someone boring or a good brother. Exactly, that's true. And ladies, you got to stop doing that. You got to stop, using your 20s, your whole 20s to have fun and what's it called, a hot girl summer and turn up, hot girl summer and all this stuff. You see what I'm saying? You got to stop doing that. You got to stop doing that. You got to stop doing that. You got to spend your 20s wisely, spend your time wisely on this earth. You see what I'm saying? You should be spending that time into vetting a good man and a good relationship. You see what I'm saying? Now, if you want to be, work and have a career and stuff like that too, you have to balance the two. Having a kid and a career, sometimes it's not good going together hand in hand like that, unless you have a support system, right? And you have the man with you. And then see, these females be trying to balance good careers and kids with no father for the kids. That doesn't make any sense. You need your kids. If you're a single mother, you need your kids full and undivided attention, period. It's bad enough you don't even have the dad's attention. And then, yeah, man, these women do be ratchet, man. These dudes be grimy too, man. You see? And we got to start picking, black women have to start picking the grimy dudes. Stop picking men like that, man. Really stop it. Stop it. Stop picking men like that, man. And then you blame it on black men in general. No, it's your decisions. It's not black men in general. It's your decision. A black man can't blame something on a black man that he picked or black woman that he picked. It's his decision. He picked that black woman. See, and you notice how society, period, doesn't look at it like that. They don't never look at, you see what I'm saying? When the black, they don't never look at it when, they'll look at it when a black man picks the wrong woman or does something wrong or does something crazy, then it's automatically the accountability falls on him right then and there. But it's not the same way when it comes down to women. That's not good. And I'm telling you, that's social media, and that's these movies. For example, these movies lie to you. These movies tell you to chase the woman. These women tell you to. These movies tell you to. You know what I'm saying? To do all this stuff to where you're pursuing the woman, and then she's not pursuing you, and basically having you chasing her. Which women don't respect men like that. You know what I'm saying? If you over here trying to chase a woman, the whole time, and trying to show somebody interest that don't show you interest, women don't respect that. You see what I'm saying? Women respect the man with confidence. A confident man is not gonna want somebody that doesn't want them. And see, the movies project that. The movies project a simp male behavior from black men, white men. It don't matter the race. The movies been pushing that since the 80s, the early 90s. The movies be pushing you to pursue women, which you're not supposed to do. You see what I'm saying? Like you vet a woman. Whatever. You show a woman that you're interested. Whatever the case is, the woman's not interested in you. Move on. You don't do in real life, it don't work like that. A female tells you she's not interested in you, you're still trying to pursue her, then you might get arrested for stalking her. Let's just keep it 100. It doesn't work like that. And these movies give men bad advice. They give men bad advice, man. That's not the right advice to give, to keep chasing a woman. I'm sorry. That's the worst advice ever. And the pioneers said, if you want then the pioneer said by the time you're 30, you learn that boring is good, and you learn that boring is safe, and all excitement and all that shit we're looking for didn't work out too well. Exactly. And the pioneer said, if we want better women, we need to raise them first, man, from childhood, and to be that way. Start training our girls to be women. Well, and we want them to be exactly, man. And Doc Ball said we need to get the fathers back in the house. Exactly. And Doc Wall said they need them babies parts. That's why they're pushing that. Exactly, man. I'm telling you, that's why they're pushing that Larry Hook, dude. Because let's just keep it real. That's why they're pushing abortions too. Let's just keep it 100. Because some of these some of these parts and stuff like that for these babies are used for some of this for you already know what it's used for. You know what I'm saying? It's used so. It's used from some of these jabs, some of these aborted fetal tissues and stuff like that. It's used for some of these jabs. Let's just keep it 100. So be careful. But and they just want the black family just to be messed up. Period, man. You know what I'm saying? Because all those abortions and stuff like that messed up the black families too. It did, and it put that stigma in these black women's mind that black men ain't shit, and oh man, you can freely have sex unprotected and freely just have wild sex, but then the accountability of that by having a baby will be, oh, I'm going to kill it. That's not accountability. You know what I'm saying? You're just as much as responsible as the motherfucking man that was on top of you, period. You know what I'm saying? And then the pioneer said it's the same with the boys. If we want, it's better men. Yep. We don't want niggas running around in a dress and high heels with nappy hair dyed yellow. Then we need to raise them like from childhood. They do be looking weird. These dudes looking crazy, dude, looking like Jaden Smith and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Just wild, dude, and just fucked up. And see, that just goes to show too, giving your kids, as much attention as possible. Because look at Jaden Smith, look how he was looking, man. He was looking crazy. Jaden and Willow, they look like they're very confused. They look like they're not happy. They look like they're very just lost. And they, I guess it didn't matter that their parents were millionaires and well off, and you know what I'm saying, and doing movies and successful and famous. You could tell that it seemed like the parents didn't give them that much attention growing up. And that's another thing you do. You got to give these kids attention too. That's another thing. And then Pioneer said, I don't promote abortion, but hell, what kind of world do you want the poor kids to be brought in? Who's going to raise them and take care of them? It's fucked up mother and her fucked up boyfriend. It's true. But see, that's why there's contraception. That's why there's a plan after. And see, these females are so grimy and ratchet. They'll have the baby and shit when at a heartbeat, they'll abort the baby and shit. But at the same, when at actual full heartbeat, but then at the same time, these motherfucking same ratchet women will not get a plan B or a morning after pill. You don't believe in the morning after pill, but you believe in a full on abortion, right? You see that doesn't make no sense. Go get her the plan B, the morning after pill. Use a condom. They spend more time on they didn't really spend too much time on the prenatal care. They were just spending more time on the on the abortions and on the on stuff like that, man. And it's a tragic and sad situation, man. Oh yeah, the Smiths did sell their soul. They pieces of the dirt. They're pieces of dirt. The Smiths ain't nothing. They ain't nothing. They ain't, the Smiths are just oh boy, that's another thing. That's another topic, man. You know what I'm saying? That is another topic. But yeah, man, I'm about to get off this bad boy, man. You know what I mean? Been on here for an hour and a half. I'm about to get off this thing, man. What up? What up? Oh yeah, Shaq, salute. Yeah, man. But yeah, man. I mean, what do y'all think about the situation? I'm about to get off this thing, man. I've been on here for an hour and a half. I ain't got, you know what I'm saying? I gotta get my stuff right with StreamYard over here. You know what I'm saying? But it's a crazy little situation, man. What do y'all think about this, man? In closing, man, we gotta really be on our A game, man, and like Pioneer said, we got to start bringing stronger and the best and the brightest individuals that we can bring in this world, man. These kids are the future. We got to start acting like it's such. You see what I'm saying? The government may say that and may not believe it, but we have to believe it and say it. When we say it, I don't know. We have to do that ourselves. We really have to. I don't know where everybody went, but we got to really start doing stuff on our own, man, and we start grooming these kids and raising the best kids we can and molding these kids and raising the best kids that we can. Period. We can't, follow the status quo. We can't follow the, this leftist kind of ideology about these kids. We can't do that. We got to move on. We really have to move on, man. And like Pioneer said, man, raise the best individuals we can, educate them on our own standards. Everything has to be on our own standards, right? Not on their standards. We can't talk about these people are the oppressors, but trust them with our kids and trust them to instill the kind of information that we want to our kids. That doesn't make no sense. It don't make no sense. If these are really the oppressors, we should not trust these people with our kids. We should not trust our kids in their schools if they're really the oppressors like we say they are. And then Pioneer said, what happened to King BJ and Dimitri? I don't know. And then Pioneer said, just have them shit out baby after baby after baby and have them running around the neighborhood, rummaging through garbage cans and eventually end up in jail. We need to behave as civilized people. I mean, a lot of these white motherfuckers do the same. I mean, they, you know, it's talked about in our community because we're the fall guys, we're the pawn. But white motherfuckers, they be having babies like that too, man. It's not probably wouldn't be as prevalent in their community, but trust me, these white motherfuckers don't play either, dude. And you gotta think of it like this: there's more white people on welfare than us. So what does that tell you? That means they're having a lot of motherfucking babies too, right? And then more Jewish people get caught for welfare fraud than anybody else too. So what does that tell you? Just let that sink in, right? And then Chris said, I said they care more about black girls than boys. Notice the girls gone. I know the girls are going off top. That's a good point. That's a good point. The girls was out that house quick, but they had them boys living in them fucked up ass conditions. I agree with you. But see, you know, that's true. This society does push, kind of does push that, man. Excuse me. Kind of pushes to take care of, you know, girls or whatever little, you know, or pushes to where, oh man, you know, you don't want to have expose these girls or expose them to this, but you know, hey, them boys could be exposed to a whole decomposing corpse, and it's okay. Yeah, man. And then for a lot of people ain't gonna listen. The niggas don't care. Like I said, the white dude will be more interested in what you're saying, man. Than a lot of our own people. Exactly, dude. I know. I be out, dude. The motherfuckers be talking to white motherfuckers. They be agreeing, dude. So I talk to some black people. They would not agree. They're Democrat. They're pushing that left shit. They're pushing that jab. I'm like, I cannot fuck with you. You because you're a man. You're not thinking on your own. I can't. You're supposed to be a grown man. You're not thinking on your own. I don't know about that. You're not thinking as an individual. You're thinking as a sheep, as a robot. You try to sit for black folk down with black folks at a table, talk about building the community, and they'll start yawning and checking their phones. But when the white dude is next to the table over, is listening to every word. Pioneer burnt out. Pioneer, man, he said they'll start yawning and checking their phone. I know they ain't not be interested. And Pioneer said the white dude don't want to really help you. He just want to find out what you're talking about. You're up to either stop or steal your ideas. That's true. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, exactly, dude. Brother Frank, you better hope a few white dudes don't find out about your show. They'll be calling and coming on every live. You couldn't block them off. They'll change names. Yeah, they do be doing that. I've had some trolls. Oh yeah, I've had some trolls do that. I've had some trolls do that shit. You're right though. Oh, Pioneer, you cold. You're a cold dude, man. You're a cold dude. But man, let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. Let me get off this thing, man. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all still 6 deep. I appreciate it, man. You know, I appreciate y'all showing the love, man. You know, word. Man. Daughter Yeshua said, we must be the change that we want to see. Ooh, that was deep right there. She put that in some good words, the good content. That's true. We do got to be that change that we want to see, man. But yeah, man. So, man, you know what I'm saying? Let me know in the comment section what y'all think, man. You know what I'm saying? Like and subscribe. Try to share this as much as possible. Try to share that video. Share. You know what I'm saying? Dark Boss, peace, man. Dark Boss, I'm going to have you come on soon, man. I'm going to have Dark Boss come on soon, man. You know, Dark Boss, you can spit with me, man. Dark Boss, and even Pioneer if you want, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could, you know, if y'all don't want to be on camera, you don't have to be on camera. But I want either one of y'all to come on, or both of y'all, excuse me, either one. I want both of y'all to come on one day. That'd be dope, man. That'd be dope. All right, Daughter Yeshua, man. All right, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it, man. But okay, let me read the rest of these comments before I go. I'm telling you, I'm not lying. You have to keep calling niggas up to remind them about your shows. You wouldn't have to remind them white boys. They'll remind you. Pioneer burnt out, man. Pioneer's right though, dude. I know they'll be on it and shit, man. Oh yeah, Daughter Yeshua. Okay. Oh yeah, Daughter Yeshua. You know what I'm saying? Word, man. So look, man, today's tomorrow, Saturday. I might make a show on Saturday. I don't know. But I'm gonna keep these shows coming more, man. I can't just be doing one time a week. I can't do that. I'm paying for the StreamYard shit now, man. I gotta keep pumping these shows out. I can't be bullshitting around like that. You know what I'm saying? I gotta fuck that. Okay, it's all good, Dr. Boss, but still, man, keep coming with your information, Dr. Boss. You know what I'm saying? Keep coming with I feel you. I see why you're behind the scenes guy, because you know this is tricky, especially with this damn social media. All right. Yeah, I appreciate y'all too, man. Thanks, man. So look. like, share, and subscribe, man. Hit the likes up, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to get as much likes. You know what I'm saying? 6 people watching, I want to get 6 likes. You feel what I'm saying? Or 20 people watching, I want to get 20 likes. I want to get more so I can feed the algorithm. If y'all can share, man, share this program, man, on your social media, man, on your Snapchat, on your, you know what I'm saying? You know, on your Instagram, Facebook, man, share this if y'all can. I appreciate it, man. Share this out so we can get this out, man. You know, this is a good topic. A lot of people don't even know about the story, man. Share this out, man. You know, and I really appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? And y'all can hit the Cash App if y'all want, man. Is you know what I'm saying? Is $ Frank Jones and then JONEZ1. That's the Cash App. And then the Zelle is 714-603-3164. It's 714-603-3164. Oh yeah, family, I appreciate it, chat. You know what I'm saying? Pioneer, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Dardia Yeshua, Robin Cooper, Demetri K. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you dropping by, Demetri K. My sis, you know what I'm saying? Jonay, oh yeah, you know what I mean? You know, Doc Boss, Pioneer, y'all appreciate it, man. Oh yeah, quality over quantity. That's word, man. You're right. So I'll probably hit a show, if not tomorrow, man, Sunday or Monday, man. All right. And I appreciate you, you know what I'm saying? Y'all appreciate all the love. You know, like I say in my little saying, you know what I'm saying? Y'all could be doing so much with your time, but y'all chose to spend it with me. And I really appreciate it. You know what I mean? And all the new people that just tune in today, I appreciate y'all tapping in. All right. And holla back at me, man. All right, y'all. All right, fam. Peace.